Some things you can say once, you can say it again, and you can say it more times. And you can't really say it too many times given the importance of the statement. And one of those is you shouldn't share too much with a narcissist. A good rule of thumb is you shouldn't share too much with anybody. Unless it's somebody who you go way back with, you trust. They have a long track record with you. But otherwise, you're possibly setting yourself up to be manipulated by the person, you're giving them leverage against you in a way. In particular, if you're around manipulative people who have this controlling nature, because what you tell them is a tool for them to use against you later. And when it comes to dealing with people who are high in narcissistic traits, what they really want to do is they want to sniff out your fears. They want to know everything about you so they can hold the right carrot and stick to either entice you to do something or cause you to act out of fear. But what they really like to do is uncover your hidden fears. Because people respond to fear more than anything else. People respond to fear more than they do to encouragement, prospects of a good prize. People respond to fear more than they even do to anger or resentment or a desire to seek out revenge. There's so many feelings out there that can entice you to action, but none of them entice you to action in the same way that fear does. And that's why narcissists try to put you in this place of fear. They try to work out your hidden fears. So maybe you've had a traumatic event of the past, or maybe there's just something that you worry about. It could be something about your present. It could be about your future. It could be about your health. It could be about family. It could be about anything. And sometimes you make your fear, those things you fear, you make that a very small part of your life. You manage to minimize the impact of the fear factor in your existing life. But narcissists, on the other hand, they find what you fear and they blow it up. They prod at it. They open it up. It's kind of like you have a little bruise where your skin's been ruptured. It could be something like you cut yourself with a knife, or you fell down and scraped yourself quite badly and the skin kind of opened a bit. But if you leave it and you treat it, it heals, it stays shut. It doesn't really become worse. But narcissists do is they will aggravate that. They will pry it open so that more blood comes out. It becomes all pervasive. They make your hidden fears that you try to subdue and overcome and work through all encompassing in your reality. And when they do that, you become very susceptible, you become very suggestible, you become very influenceable. And that's what narcissists do. They try to hit you into this place where you're easily influenced by them. They try to hit you in this place where you're constantly in concern, where you're constantly worried. Because it's the only way that they can exert leverage over you. Because if you're doing certain things that they might not like, they'll somehow associate that with your fear factor. And if you behave the way they want, they'll somehow associate that as being a solution to your fear factor. And it's just their fake narrative that they can build it the way they need it. But by making your negative emotions and fear come to your forefront, you're in that susceptible place. You're in that influenceable space. And basically they have you between their fingertips. So just understand that about manipulative people, how they try to work out things about you. They try to work out things it's really none of their business. And they really enjoy when people are just really open to share, when people are just really just open to have a heart to heart. Because having a heart to heart with someone, having a genuine conversation, sometimes it means you have to open up, be vulnerable, share your fears, share your, of course, you don't have to go into like any level of gory detail about something that was traumatic, but you can kind of, you can be open about who you are as a person without going into too much detail. And so every now and again, people like having that heart to heart with someone. But if you're not really sure who you're dealing with, then you need to be careful. You need to be wise. You need to be, to a healthy extent, have certain guards up, certain boundaries when it comes to certain people. But then again, you might have some people you trust. You might have some people you know. You might have some people you have a good track record with. And so that's a different story. But it's up to you to know who you're dealing with, and it's up to you to know what details you can share. But just know that information is the narcissist's biggest ammunition against you. And in particular, information about things that cause you to worry, be afraid, and so on. That's enough for them to really gain leverage over you, because narcissists, they know how to use that information to get their needs met through you and to get you to serve them. So don't feel the need to overshare. Don't feel the need to go into like deep conversation with people unless you know who they really are. And just understand the nature of a lot of people out there, which is a lot of people will only ever, it's just their natural instinct to sniff out people's vulnerabilities, in particular people's fears, and all other things about what makes a person tick. You know, it could even be sometimes if people know what you look forward to, what your ambitions are, that's enough for them to manipulate you. But nothing manipulates you in the same way as knowing your fears, because people respond. They're trying to find this place of safety very strongly. People people are capable of overriding their own rational thought when it comes to trying to find the sense of safety. And sometimes narcissists will present a solution which as being equivalent to your safety, but it's a solution that serves their agenda and it just feels right to you. And you override your own rational mind and you act according to their manipulations. Thanks for watching.